Good job, dude. Hey everyone, I'm here with Teddy. This is week 3 of his day training with us, and I'm going to show you like the same kind of pattern of behavior that I expect and I'm looking for when like people come in and out, or anything that's moving is going on. And like if it's a car or a bike, it's going to be a little bit harder to do this, but indoors this is what you can do, especially with things that he is either scared of or just otherwise not a huge fan of. So I was expecting him, when I took this out right before I started the camera, I expected him to lunge off of place and like freak out. He didn't this time, which is awesome. I'm super excited about that. Good job, dude. Free. So I'm just giving him a couple of kibbles and we're going to reset him. Place. Sit. Good. So I'm going to take a couple steps back toward it. He's pretty locked in on the vacuum, and then he briefly looks up at me, and then he looks back at the vacuum. So I want to try to make it a little bit more comfortable for him to look away from it. Good job, dude. Good. Free. And his ultimate reward is getting freed off of the place board. He is tethered to the board again, but I want to try to push him and be able to touch it for longer than I was earlier. He is not a fan of things moving anyway, so if I were to even move this without it even being plugged in, it would be catastrophic for Teddy's little noggin at this point in time. So place. Good job, dude. But I'm also using this to make his place command a lot stronger and his implied stay a lot stronger. Sit. Sometimes he likes to pretend that he didn't understand what I said when I told him to sit, so I tend to wait him out a little bit. If he's really not going to do it, I'll tell him again. Teddy, sit. I try not to introduce like body or spatial pressure because he knows what sit means. He can do it all on his own. I think he's just a little stressed. He can hear some noises outside, but he's face to face with his nemesis. So I understand that there's a little bit of reluctance there. Exactly. There you go, bud. Like he is so concerned that I'm going to touch this and turn it on, or otherwise just push it around. I can just tell by the way that he is carrying himself. Go boy. Free. Good. He did launch himself off a place earlier when I brought this out. So I imagine that because he flew toward it, he got like his own correction from jumping off because he is stuck to the board and he felt that pressure on his back and he was like, oh, I didn't really like that, but I'm still going to bark at the vacuum. Here, place. Good. Sit. Good boy. I'm going to show you what happens if I touch it. I just reach for it. Place. No. Place. If he doesn't listen to that, here, I'm not taking food out. I am not going to bribe him to get onto place. He knows he was supposed to stay there, but me touching it alone was enough for him to be like, I don't care anymore. So all I do at that point is what I just did, is I just redirect him back to place. And then I lower the criteria a little bit because I know he's going to be nervous that I'm going to touch it. Sit. Good. So I'm just going to step back toward it. He's trying so hard to split his attention between me and the vacuum. So maybe I'll like reach for it. Good job. Free. Good. It's super important that I'm not rewarding him after that lunge and bark, but also that was not as bad as it probably could have been. So I'll take a tiny, tiny win for that. Here, please. I know you want to bark at it so bad. Here, place. Good. Nope, all the way. You don't get food. Come on, you know it. Place. Good. Sit. I'm trying to create a barrier between me, or between him and the vacuum, because he would rather stare at that than listen to what I'm talking about. That. Sit. Good. You could see that he immediately tensed up as soon as I took even like a half a step back. He like immediately stopped and just turned and stared at the vacuum. So I'm like moving around close to it but I'm not going to touch it. Good. Free. Good job, buddy. So this is a work in progress, but this is kind of what I want him to do. And like, I want him to understand like what I'm saying when I tell him, no, don't do that. I want no to mean something. So he knows what place means. He knows what sit means. He knows he has to stay there, even if I move around or anything like that. But he's not super used to it when there are triggers around. So that's what I've been introducing this week so far. He's doing an awesome job. He's definitely making progress with it. But we're going to keep moving, and hopefully I can get him to tolerate the vacuum moving at a distance from him. Still not on, but moving. So let me know if you have any questions. He's doing a great job, and we'll see you in his video tomorrow.